The first creature to be officially recognized was the Xenophyophore. Imagine an amoeba, a single-celled organism normally visible only with a microscope. But in the Mariana Trench, these cells grow to the size of a dinner plate. They are gigantic, intelligent blobs of mucus, 10 centimeters across. They have no brain, but they can build complex houses from their secretions. They are resistant to heavy metals and radiation, as if designed for life after a nuclear war. They are the largest single-celled organisms on Earth, and they look like aliens. In a world of eternal darkness, vision is unnecessary, but camouflage is vital. Many creatures in the deep have become completely transparent. You can shine a spotlight on them, but the light will pass through them without reflecting. These are the ghostfish and sea cucumbers, of which only the outlines of their nervous systems remain. Bathyscape cameras often don't see them until they begin to move. This creates the effect of living water when the void suddenly attacks. We don't know how many of these invisible creatures are currently swimming around our probes. In 2014, autonomous vehicles recorded a strange sound in the Mariana Trench. They dubbed it bi-twang. It sounded like a mixture of a low rumble and a metallic grinding sound reminiscent of blasters from Star Wars. The sound lasted for several seconds and repeated regularly. Officially, it was attributed to minke whales, a type of whale. However, the problem is that whales don't dive that deep and don't make sounds year-round. The source of this metallic cry is still a matter of debate. The Mariana sea slug was found at a depth of 8 kilometers. It's the deepest sea vertebrate we've ever seen. It looks cute, like a pink tadpole, but it's a complete survival machine. Its skin is so thin that its internal organs are visible through it. Its bones don't harden, remaining cartilaginous to prevent them from being crushed. But the scariest part? It lives at the limit of theoretically possible depth. If it descends another 50 meters, its proteins will simply stop working and it will die instantly. There's a rule in the ocean. The deeper you go, the less food there is. Typically, only 1% of the organic matter from the surface, called marine snow, reaches the bottom. But soil samples in the Mariana Trench revealed an anomaly. There are many times more bacteria and carbon there than expected. This disrupts the food chain. Someone or something is producing organic matter there in enormous quantities. Either there are hidden energy sources there, or there's something actively hunting and leaving behind remains. We even found a plastic bag at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. But it's not the trash itself that's alarming, but life's reaction to it. Microplastics have been found in the muscles of deep-sea amphipods, crustaceans. This is the first time in history that creatures have evolved in symbiosis with synthetics. Scientists fear the emergence of new plastic-eating bacteria. If such bacteria rise to the surface, they could begin devouring our boats, cables, and equipment. We've created a monster by feeding it our trash. Scientists hate to talk about it, but the Megalodon topic comes up all the time. We know that giant sharks went extinct millions of years ago, but we also thought the coelacanth was extinct until we caught it alive in 1938. There are areas in the Mariana Trench where sonar can't penetrate. In 2018, sensors detected the heat signature of a huge predator stalking a school of squid. It wasn't a whale, as it didn't surface for air. Something cold and enormous lives in the blind spots of our maps. In 2016, a NOAA submersible discovered something resembling a forest. These weren't corals or algae. These were giant stalks composed of thousands of microscopic organisms fused together. They looked like ghostly, swaying trees. This is an example of swarm intelligence at depth. They behave as a single organism capturing food from the current. It looks like alien flora colonizing the seafloor. At the bottom of the trench, water heats up to 400 degrees Celsius, escaping from geothermal vents. But it doesn't boil due to the enormous pressure. These black smokers emit clouds of toxic sulfides. Creatures that don't need the sun live around them. They feed on pure chemicals and the heat of the Earth's core. Scientists believe this is what life is like on the moons of Jupiter or Saturn. We look at the Mariana Trench and see an alien world independent of the rest of the planet. A jellyfish unlike any known species was recently filmed. Inside its body, bright yellow and red spheres glowed, connected by luminous threads. It looked like a biological microchip or a Christmas tree. Scientists suspect it's an ambush predator, but some biologists say its complexity is too high for a simple jellyfish. We don't know how it reproduces, what it eats, or why it glows the way it does. Siren Deep is the second deepest point in the ocean, and it's even less explored. In 2012, James Cameron dived there. He described the bottom as a lunar desert, completely devoid of life. But then he saw tracks. Someone or something had left furrows in the seabed before disappearing. The tracks didn't resemble the movement of worms or currents. It looked as if something mechanical had moved through the silt and disappeared. In 2014, one of the most advanced robots, Nereus, descended into the abyss. Suddenly, communication was lost. Later, debris was found on the surface. The official version is that the hull couldn't withstand the pressure and collapsed. But engineers claim the hull had an enormous safety margin. The nature of the damage was strange, as if the craft had been torn apart or crushed by a sudden impact. This gave rise to rumors that Nereus had seen something that was determined to destroy it. We spend billions searching for life on Mars, but we ignore the monsters under our beds. The Mariana Trench proves that we share this planet with creatures alien to us. The ocean isn't just water. It's a separate world with its own rules, its own inhabitants, and its own secrets. And perhaps it's for the best that we can't go down there and turn on the lights everywhere. And if you've watched this far and liked this video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. There are even more interesting videos waiting for you ahead.